pair of Jedi head to the planet Naboo to sort out a trade dispute. After a shady guy in a cloak tells the money-grabbing Trade Federation to bump off the Jedi, they escape, land on the planet, and hook up with an annoying frog-lizard-type thing who, somehow, takes them to the Queen. The Jedi offer to escort her to the Galactic Senate to negotiate peace, but take an unplanned detour to the desert planet of Tatooine. What are the chances? Where a slave boy called Skywalker, what are the chances, is strong with a magical energy field, and also is conveniently dead good at racing jet engines. The kid wins a big race, the beardy Jedi wins a bet, and they all head off for a great big parliamentary debate on a big city planet. When the negotiations don't work, they all go back to Naboo, where the Jedi scrap with the spiky Sith Lord Darth Maul. It's the coolest lightsaber fight ever, and ends with Maul half the man he used to be and the beardy Jedi dead. Luckily, he has enough time to tell his mate Obi-Wan Kenobi to train Skywalker. Ominously, a senator, who sounds a lot like the shady guy in a cloak from earlier, says he'll be watching the boys' progress closely. 10 years later, a bounty hunter tries to assassinate the Queen, who's now a senator, and the grown-up Skywalker becomes her bodyguard. While Obi-Wan hunts down her attacker and uncovers a huge clone army, the former Queen rejects Skywalker's advances because to her he's still that little boy on Tatooine. Then, Skywalker kills a load of sand people who abducted his mum, including the women and the children, and suddenly she thinks he's the hottest thing on two legs. They hook back up with Obi-Wan Kenobi on a planet of giant ants, where they meet a new Sith Lord who looks and sounds like Saruman from The Lord of the Rings. He tells them that the shady guy in a cloak is the boss Sith Lord, and he's controlling the Senate. But none of that matters because eventually all the Jedi turn up with a clone army to fight the bad guys and their robots. Skywalker gets his arm cut off by Saruman Sith Lord, a tiny Jedi Master has a fight, and Skywalker and the Queen get married. But shh, don't tell anyone, it's a secret. Oh, and the Clone Wars have begun. Before we know it, the Clone Wars are coming to an end, and Skywalker finds and kills Saruman Sith Lord. The Senator, who sounds a lot like the shady guy in the cloak, is now Supreme Chancellor of the Galaxy, and hires Skywalker as his bodyguard. He also tells Skywalker that the only way to save the former Queen, who's now his wife, and pregnant, is to use the dark bit of the magical energy field. So, as soon as the Jedi work out that the Supreme Chancellor is actually the shady guy in the cloak and try to capture him, Skywalker turns on his old friends, the Jedi. The shady guy in the cloak tells Skywalker to hunt down the remaining Jedi with the help of the clone army, and declares himself Emperor of everything. Now renamed Darth Vader, Skywalker faces Obi-Wan Kenobi on a volcano planet and, after the mother of all lightsaber fights, ends up burnt to a crisp because of his incredible arrogance. He ends up in an intimidating black suit, and his wife dies in childbirth, but not before giving birth to a pair of twins. It's now 20 years later, and the Emperor's empire is ruling the galaxy with an iron fist. So much so that they've built a moon-sized space station that can destroy planets. Darth Vader captures a rebel princess, but not before she gives the crucial space station plans to a pair of robots, who you may just recognise from episodes 1, 2 and 3. The robots meet a kid named Skywalker. What are the chances? On the desert planet of Tatooine. Again, what are the chances? And they follow the princess's instructions to find Obi-Wan Kenobi, now a classically trained old man. After hooking up with a cool space pirate and his furry BFF, they rescue the princess from the giant space station. But not before Obi-Wan Kenobi duels with his former pupil Darth Vader and sacrifices himself to save Skywalker Jr. and co. Skywalker Jr. then joins the rebels' assault on the moon-sized space station and, with the help of the magical energy field, fires the shots that blow it to smithereens. The rebels have now been on the run for years and have set up camp on an ice planet. The Empire finds them and unleashes its giant walking tanks to destroy them all in an amazing snow battle. Skywalker Jr. escapes and travels to Jungle World, where the tiny Jedi Master teaches him how to use the magical energy field properly. Meanwhile, the princess, the cool space pirate and his furry BFF have engine trouble, negotiate an asteroid field and end up at a city in the clouds. Cool space pirate's space pirate mate betrays them to Darth Vader, who freezes cool space pirate, but cool space pirate still has time to tell the princess that he knows that she loves him. Skywalker Jr. and Darth Vader have a lightsaber fight. Darth Vader chops off Skywalker Jr.'s hand and tells him that, actually, I'm your dad. Overthrowing the Empire goes on the back burner for a moment as Skywalker Jr., the princess, the furry BFF and cool space pirate mate rescue cool space pirate from a giant slug gangster on Tatooine. They then team up with the rebels again and join a mission to destroy the Empire's second moon-sized planet-destroying space station. When they get there, though, they find out it's a trap! Nonetheless, the princess, who actually, it turns out, is Skywalker Jr.'s twin sister, the cool space pirate and the furry BFF take down the space station shields with the help of some teddy bears. Cool space pirate chum leads the spaceship assault to blow up the space station. As Skywalker Jr. has an audience with Darth Vader and the shady guy in the cloak from earlier, they fight. But eventually Darth Vader sacrifices himself to kill the shady guy in the cloak and saves Skywalker Jr. He's good again, and the galaxy is saved. Or is it?